All right, so you're welcome to the very last video on our maze game. So far, you've been patient with me, and I appreciate you for that. The last video, that was the previous video before this one I'm making now, I said that that was going to be the last video on the maze game, but while creating that particular video, something came up that I think it will be proper that I teach you how to work your way through it. And what is that? I said in the previous video that it will be proper if while playing this game the beetle touches the white line, which is the obstacle, and instead of the beetle to glide down here, what we have is game over. Like literally, it touches the white line and then you see game over. Then you come here, click on this for you to start playing the game all over again. That will just be crazy on another level. Yeah. And I promise I won't take much of your time on this. I'll be very straight to the point with it because, like I said, I don't want to take much of your time. The first thing we have to do is to create a backdrop for the game over. And how we do that is come to backdrop here, click on choose a backdrop. For me, I want to choose star. Yes, I will type star here to make it easier, and I will click on stars. Now, this is my backdrop, stars. I'll click on it, and here you have backdrops. Here we have our backdrop 2, which is our initial red backdrop. In fact, let me rename this to red backdrop so that it will be easy for us to remember. And then this star, I will rename it to game over. Yes, to game over. Now that we have this game over here, the next thing is for us to type game over. And first thing first, come to fill here, and then I want a white text. Click on text. Remember, I chose the color to be white. Color 0, saturation 0, brightness 100. So I will click here with my text and then type game over. Yes, once I click on it, I will, okay, let me edit this so that the over will be down. Yes, just press enter and then you have it. Now drag this over so that it will be over the full screen everywhere will just became over as you have seen it here. Now I will still come here and then choose my color to be red because there's something I want to type with red there. Meanwhile, my text this thing is on pixel. Yes, that is how you get this effect here. So I will click here and then type click on the green flag to play a game. You know that kind of thing, right? Yes. So you have this here. Now game over. Click on the green flag to play a game. Yes. So this is our game over costume. Now the next thing we're going to do now is to click on our B2 and then click on code. Yes. Whew, everything is just game over. Even when we click here now, the previous thing that was there, which is that red background, is nowhere to be found. So the first thing we want to do is to make it show. So come to event and then drag when green flag is clicked. Come to look and then click on switch backdrop. Switch backdrop. We are not switching backdrop to game over. We are switching it to red background, which is this. So whenever we click, we have our red background here. Remember, we've not coded that when this thing touches the white line, it should change to the game over. So this is where we have, of course, this is a continuation of our code on B2 here. Yes. So initially we have if touching white color, then it should glide to this position here. But that is not what we want. So I will remove this code and drop it here back. The next thing I will do is that if touching white color, which is this obstacle, it should switch cost, it should switch backdrop to game over. It should switch backdrop to game over. So let's see, should switch backdrop to game over. You see that, right? Yes, you see that. It's game over. And because of this, that when you click on the green flag, it should take you to the red background. You have this. So when you move this, it gives you what? Game over. But there's something here on this game over, right? Game over. This price is still showing here. This B2 is still showing here. What are they doing there? So what you have to do is that since we are still on B2 here, right? We have to come on looks, yeah, which is where we are, and then click on what? Hide. So that when it hits the, what is it called? The white line, it should give us game over, and then this B2 should be hidden. You don't want to see it. So let's play it. Now you see game over. The B2 is no longer here. It's nowhere to be found on the game over. Again, what is this price doing here? What are you doing there, for God's sake? And how can we communicate to this price that it's game over, you need to disappear? What you have to do is, let me think for a while. What can we do? We can tell this B2 to broadcast a message which will be received by price. And when price receives that message, it will act accordingly. So let's come to um, event. Under event, you now have broadcast here. So we want when it touches the white line, you see the broadcast here, right? When it touches it, we want it to broadcast a message. Let me take this off so you can see the message. Click on new message. And what is the message? I want it to broadcast game over. Let it even exclaim it. Game over. And then you OK. So we want when it touches the white line, it should broadcast game over. Yeah, that is it. Now come to price here. Remember all the code we've been working on since they are on B2. Yes, this is the code for B2 so far. Let me scroll up. You can see all the code we've done on B2 so far. Yeah. So come to price now and then bring down this our no. When I receive, yes, not when green flag. You have when I receive, what do you receive? Game over. What should happen? What should happen is that you should go to looks and then hide your face. Click here on hide. Yeah. So here now, oops, our B2 and our price, they are no longer showing. You solve one problem, you create another one. But that is not a big problem. That is why I'm here. So to solve that is that we come to event and then say when green flag is clicked, come to looks, it should show. Yes, when green flag is clicked, the price should show. It has shown here. Now come to B2 and then do the same thing. When green flag is clicked, let it show. Yes, so I can drag this here and say when green flag is clicked, let it show. Or you can decide to just create another event for it and then put this here, depending on which one you want, right? Anyone that works for you. So now let's play the game. We've clicked on our green flag, which is good. We are playing it now. You see it, it's perfect. Immediately it touches the white line, it gives you game over. And then it tells you to click on the green flag to play a game. This is insane. I told you, it's an extra that you are going to enjoy in the game. So your game now have its own game over. I think this is better than the Beetle gliding to that position x minus 19 whatsoever that it was before. This is better. You have game over, click on this green flag, right? This green, you can change the color to literally be green. But that is something that I'm sure you can do on your own. And if you're having difficulty going about it, just give me a comment and I will come to your rescue. Right. So tell me in the comment section, what do you think about this game over? What do you think? I'm super excited about the game over. While creating the game, I did not really think about it that creating a game over would be necessary for this particular game. But having it now, I'm super excited about it. And officially, this is the end. This is the last video on our maze game. So what I want us to do before I call this video, before I end this video, is for us to play the game full screen. So I'll click on the full screen mode. Yes, now let's play our game. Click on the green flag and then let me use my control. Yes, let me use my control. To make this thing not to be that dull, you can insert a sound as you are playing it. Let the sound be playing at the background, but I did not insert it. And like I promised, this is going to be the last video on this maze game, so I won't create any other video, so I won't be going back on my words. But if you want a video on that, hit me up and I will create one for you, especially. Yes, a video that will illustrate how you can insert a sound on your game. Yes. You know, on another look, right? You can still create a backdrop, right? Whereby if this beetle touches this our prize, instead of it to just write that yes I made it and start playing that video, it can actually change the backdrop to show yes I made it. Like the way that game over is, right, it will change the backdrop to you won or yes I made it, and the music will still play. But like I promised, this is going to be, I don't know why I made that promise. Oh, a promise is a promise. Like I promised, this is going to be the last video on maze game. If you want me to illustrate it once again, like how you can move your beetle to get to this extent and then changes to you've won, and then the music plays, then hit me up on the comment section and I will be more than happy to come to your rescue. For now, let me enjoy this game. Yeah, game over. And that is the end of today's video. Don't forget to like, to comment, and to share. I remain your ever joyous facilitator, Sakawaka. Yeah, and officially, this is the end of our maze game on Scratch. It's been an amazing journey with you so far. So the next game we are going to be creating is a Flappy Bird game. Yeah. So see you in the next video.